Check 1, 2. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? All right. Welcome to the Great American Road Trip Expo, first annual. We're going to do this again year over year. I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate that the good Lord made the rain stay away after yesterday. So we have cloudy skies, but beautiful weather. Want to take a quick moment. We have a lot of great vendors here, a lot of great food companies here. I don't know if you've been over to see the cars, but we have 19 manufacturers and 40 vehicles, which are really remarkable. They're awesome. And as I was over there earlier today looking at the cars, it's interesting to think back that just 100 years ago, as my microphone cuts out, 100 years ago, Americans were buying Henry Ford's Model Ts, right? And how far we've come in the last 100 years. You look at the technology. We're going to autonomous vehicles, and all the safety features on these vehicles is absolutely remarkable. And by the way, all the vehicles that are over here, all American-made, all by American workforces. So that's fantastic. Yeah, that's a awesome part of what we're doing. So just on a quick side note, the president, Donald Trump, has tasked everyone from every department to celebrate America 250. Right, our birthday's coming up. We're going to celebrate our country. Every department is tasked with figuring out how their department can celebrate our great country. And I might be biased, I don't know, but the Department of Transportation has come up with the best idea of all the departments on how we're going to celebrate America's birthday. Which is, I know, thank you for the scream out there. I appreciate that. It's really exciting. I can tell you're all thrilled by this. It is going to be the Great American Road Trip. By the way, there's nothing more Americana than a road trip, right? And there's no better time to go on a road trip when we have our gas prices that are down, our inflation is down, and American spirits are up. And so to get in the car and see your country. By the way, to love America is to see America. You want to go out there and see. There's so many great things to see in this great country. And I don't know, did any of your parents take you on a road trip? Raise your hand. Yeah. Have any of you taken your kids on a road trip? I'm no different. So we drove all over. I drove to Florida, California, Arizona. One of our trips to Arizona, my mom thought it'd be great that, I think I was 11 at the time. My sister was 8. My brother was 14. She thought we should go to the Grand Canyon, and she thought we should actually hike the Grand Canyon. And so we hiked 10 miles down to Fathom Ranch. But when we got down there, we realized we had to turn around and walk 10 miles back up. It took all day, and at the time, it was horrible, but it's one of the fondest memories I have with my mother, who passed away last year. She was an amazing woman, but she made us do this trip, and it's those kind of great memories that we have on road trips. I've taken my kids to Yellowstone, my 2 boys, a wonderful trip with them. By the way, I went during COVID, so no one was there. It was even better during COVID. But also think all of our kids are on their cell phones and their iPads, and technology pulls our families apart. When you get in the car, and if you can get your kids to put their cell phones away, the kind of conversations you have with your family, with your kids, the kind of information that you pick up, the things that they'll tell you is remarkable. So not only do you see your country, but you also get really great quality time as a family, because the kids can't go to their room. They can't go to the neighbor's house. They got to sit in the car with you and engage in a conversation. So again, this is Americana. And so today I'm excited because we're going to have a big reveal here. So in partnership with America 250, we're unveiling our road trip logo to commemorate America's 250th anniversary. So check this out. Ooh, is that beautiful? There you go. Raucous applause. Thank you all. So we have the America 250 pins. If you don't have one, we can get you one. But wouldn't that look good on a trucker hat or like on a shirt? It's a fantastic logo to celebrate our America 250 endeavor here at DOT. And then also, in addition to the logo, we're launching a brand new website to guide Americans on their next road trip. There we go. It's popping up. Look at the tech we have at DOT. We're not just hard hats and vests. High tech here as well. This website was designed by Brand USA, and it's going to steer Americans to 250 destinations in celebration of our nation's 250th birthday. And as our country celebrates the birthday, I do think there's something about freedom in a vehicle. There's something about the freedom of mobility, and there's something very American about it. And so I also think that there's a lot of people around the world that think about American cars and they think about American road trips, and we want to invite the rest of the world, if they're going to come for FIFA's club games, or they're going to come for the World Cup, or they're going to come for the Olympics, come and see sporting events, but then you can also say, I'm going to take a week or 10 days with my family to travel around this great country. Stop at our great restaurants, stay in our wonderful motels or hotels, gas up your car with great American energy. It's going to be wonderful for our economy. So we're excited about it. And again, all of you helping us push and promote, we will be grateful if you help us do that. And again, it's not just American. We're going to invite our international friends to come and celebrate this great country with us. And so again, I want to extend my gratitude and appreciation for all of you coming out. Again, we have great American manufactured vehicles that are here today. I want to thank all the manufacturers for coming here and participating. Not last, maybe last, but not least, our DOT team is fantastic. Our DOT team is amazing. And again, I'm not competitive with other departments, but we do have the best team as well. So I'm sorry, we have the best 250 project and the best team at DOT. And they did wonderful work to put this together. And so, again, to them, thank you. I'm grateful for that. So we have a little run of a show that we want to give you this morning. I want to introduce our next speaker, the president and CEO for the Alliance for Automotive Innovation, John Bazella. Come on up, John. We're...
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Very much appreciate your leadership. Good afternoon, and thank you for being here, and it's great to see you all here. This is a super exciting day, and I really want to thank Secretary Duffy and his team at the Department of Transportation for inviting me here today and for doing this, showcasing, and really more than showcasing, actually celebrating these incredible American-made vehicles and recognizing what personal mobility has meant to the country for over 100 years. You know, we rarely do something like this in Washington, but we should. And I thank you, Mr. Secretary, for bringing us together. By the way, all of you out there, do yourself a favor. Spend some time in and around these cars and trucks and RVs before you leave. There is something for everyone. Trust me, you won't find better examples of American innovation, advanced safety technology, performance, or design anywhere. And as the Secretary said, all of them built right here at home. I'm John Bazella, President and CEO of Alliance for Automotive Innovation. I see a lot of familiar faces, but for those of you who don't know us, we are the auto industry's leading trade association here in Washington and in state capitals. We support the nearly 10 million people who make their living in automaking and affiliated businesses. This includes the iconic companies producing most vehicles sold today in the United States and major auto suppliers, semiconductor makers, and advanced battery producers, autonomous vehicle innovators, and safety pioneers, the entire industry. We had a chance to visit with Secretary Duffy this morning. Together with President Trump, he understands the importance of an auto industry to America's global competitiveness. They know a healthy and competitive domestic auto industry is a prized asset among nations and supports our economic and national security. They also understand that, yes, the auto industry is in the middle of a massive transformation and that we're facing headwinds from China and other major disruptions right now. But that's not what today is really about. I don't know about you, but when I heard the Secretary was holding a road trip expo, I flashed back to my own childhood. I was in the back of our station wagon. It was a 1972 Pontiac Safari with my mother, my father, my brothers, and my sister. We were in the rear seat facing seats. Remember the seats used to look backwards? We were towing a pop-up trailer, crisscrossing the country with folded maps that we got from AAA. Like, so none of this tech, right? Cruising through cornfields in Iowa, setting up a tent and rolling out a sleeping bag in Yosemite National Park, meeting people from every corner of our country. I came of age this way on the road. I know I'm not alone. We all have road trip stories, as the Secretary said. At least here in Washington, these stories, positive stories about the social good that comes from personal mobility are, well, they're largely untold. But these stories knit us together. And there is something special and enduring about seeing your country unfold in the family car. Speaking of these vehicles, they're not just devices for essential and necessary tasks, getting you to and from work or a parent-teacher conference or a medical appointment. They're vessels for discovery and knowledge and shared connection. So there will be talk of regulations and vehicle choice and fuel economy and China and supply chains and autonomous vehicles. There will be plenty of time for that all on another day. For now, as we head into the 250th birthday of America, I'll be taking a minute to remember what personal mobility has meant to me and to the country. I hope you'll get behind the wheel of whatever you drive this summer, pack up the family, or venture out on your own, and take time to connect to this country too. On behalf of the 10 million Americans who make a living in this auto industry, thank you, Secretary Duffy, for bringing us together. Have a great trip. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the next speaker, Chris Fuel, the CEO of Chrysler brand. Chris?
Good afternoon. I am Chris Fuel, and I'm the CEO for Chrysler brand. And Secretary Duffy, it is wonderful to be here with you today to kick off the great American road trip. And as he said, there really is no better way to explore America than with a road trip. And many of our Stellantis vehicles are perfect for that road trip occasion. Our vehicles are as varied as our customers, and whether you're traveling across the country to visit grandma with the kids and the family dog, or going off-roading with your friends, we've got a vehicle for you. Many vehicles amongst our brands that include Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram are manufactured right here in the U.S. As part of that American spirit, our brands are also proud to be the exclusive automotive partner for America 250. And last week, we displayed a new campaign called America Made Us. And you'll see our brands at events throughout the country to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States. If you haven't had a chance to visit our booth yet, be sure to stop by, and you'll see we've got special America 250 wrapped vehicles on display, and all of those vehicles were assembled in either Michigan or Ohio. Between the sponsorship unveiling and the announcement of Antonio Filosa as our new CEO, it's been a pretty busy week for our company. But I'll close by sharing something that's especially near and dear to my heart as the head of Chrysler brand. Next week, on June 6th, we will be celebrating the 100th year anniversary since the company's founding by Walter P. Chrysler in Detroit. So we are still going strong with a century of innovation, and it's a real honor to be leading this brand at this momentous time and charting the course for what the next 100 years of innovation will look like. So thank you again for the opportunity to be here and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, Chris. Speaking next is my friend Steve Crowley, Chief Policy Officer and General Counsel, Ford Motor Company.
All right, thank you all for coming. I want to add my voice to those who have thanked the Secretary and his team, the great DOT team. We will embrace that every day. When the Secretary asked my boss, Bill Ford, to participate in this, our answer was an emphatic and quick yes on behalf of Ford Motor Company. The Great American Road Trip is, and the Secretary spoke to this, an iconic institution, an enduring symbol of the American experience. Sometimes the road trip is about the ultimate destination, but sometimes the ultimate destination is really the journey itself. And at Ford Motor Company, we have a long history of road trips, and I'm not going to bend your ear for too long, but I want to tell you about two. In 1915, a 21-year-old Edsel Ford, the son of Henry Ford, took a group of his friends and road tripped. They road tripped from Dearborn, Michigan, to the Panama Pacific Expo in San Francisco. Now, we know a lot about this road trip because they took detailed notes and hundreds of photographs. The group slept in tents. The tents were connected to their vehicles. They toured the Grand Canyon. They dodged wild horses in New Mexico. They stayed at a ranch in Denver. They even encountered traveling robbers on their own kind of different road trip. They drove at night to avoid desert heat, and they took a hand-wound phonograph to provide their musical entertainment at night. Now, as you can expect, Edsel Ford's life was fairly planned out for him. And this road trip was one of a last taste, if you will, of freedom before settling down to run Ford Motor Company. A year after the road trip, he got married, started a family, and led Ford Motor Company until he died in 1943. But I'm sharing this piece of Ford history because it's a piece of American history, and it really shows what a road trip meant even in 1915, one of the first ever automobiles. Example number two. About the same time, a few years later, Henry Ford, Edsel's father, joined the following group. Imagine road tripping with these guys: Thomas Edison, Harvey Firestone, and John Burroughs. They called themselves the Four Vagabonds, and they too embarked on a series of road trips. We know a lot about this because of their documentation too. And they promoted this road trip in order to promote both the journey itself and many of their destinations. The Catskills Mountain in New York, stops along the route in Tennessee, North Carolina, West Virginia. They toured northern Michigan, Vermont, Massachusetts, and many places. And like Edsel, they took a Model T and a Model T truck, and they outfitted a Lincoln to be their traveling mess hall. Again, the road trip itself was the main point on what they called these vagabond trips. So I'm kind of thinking of you as future vagabonds. We'll be vagabonds this summer and participate in this tradition. And indeed, today is not so different. The products have changed a little bit. You'll find Ford products, and I hope you take a look, that will be appropriate for your road trip, whether you're on superhighways or paved roads or gravel and dirt. Ford's American history and American footprint in this country is something we're very proud of. During World War II, Ford shut down our civilian production. We made tanks, we made armored cars, we made B-24 bombers that constituted the arsenal. Decades later, Ford engineers helped NASA put a man on the moon, and more recently, we turned operations to masks and ventilators and purifiers as the country battled COVID. And that's what we mean when we say Ford is from America, for America. Thank you again for having us here today. Thanks for the Secretary and his team for kicking off this great American road trip. Ford is all in. We'll see you all on the road. Thank you.
Wonderful. I want to next introduce Sebastian Mackinson, President and CEO BMW of North America, and we're proud to have him on our board of directors. Sebastian.
Thank you, John. Hello, everyone. And thank you, Secretary Duffy, for inviting all of us, but also us and me today here and hosting us. It's a real pleasure to celebrate this great American road trip. I think you can probably say America was made for drivers, and I truly believe that there's no better way to see this great country than by taking a, if possible, long road trip. What do I like about it personally the best? Whenever you want to stop, you stop. You basically create your own trip while you enjoy it, and you are the director of your own trip because you sit at the steering wheel and decide where you stop, where you explore beyond the big cities, and where you see the small communities and their people and take the landscape and everything else in. It's only after you experience the many different parts of a country that you can start to feel at home and grow roots. And BMW's roots in the US date back all the way to 1975. It was 50 years ago when we established BMW of North America, which marked the start of our group in this great nation. Now, 5 decades ago, we had 106 employees. Today, our business operations provide and also support more than 120,000 jobs nationwide and contribute more than $43 billion to the US economy annually. 5 decades ago, we opened our offices in New Jersey. By the way, I'm thrilled to be here on New Jersey Avenue. In New Jersey, and wanted to started to market vehicles in the US. Today, our nationwide footprint consists of almost 30 locations in 12 states. Again, 5 decades ago, all our vehicles were imported from Europe. Today, the US is home to our largest BMW factory worldwide. Let me just repeat that. Today, the US is home of the largest BMW factory worldwide. And obviously, we are known for the ultimate driving machine, but I can tell you there's a lot beyond the machine. A lot of things which were made possible through continued partnership, continued investments, and continued commitment to and in the US. But also what is great is what happens with BMW in the US doesn't just stay in the US. A lot of our group's activities here have made their way into the entire world and back to our headquarters. Many of our vehicles have been designed and originated at the Design Works office in Santa Monica, California. Many technologies and innovations have stemmed from our tech office in Silicon Valley. And about half of the vehicles that roll off the assembly line at that plant in South Carolina are exported to the markets around the world, 118 different countries, which has made us the largest vehicle exporter by value for the last decade. Or, in other words, for every BMW we import to the US, 2 cars roll off the line in South Carolina. So where do we go from here? One thing is for sure, John, we will continue our great American road trip. We will continue to assemble our highly popular sports activity vehicles like the BMW X5 and X7 you can see here we have on display in South Carolina, where we will also begin EV production next year. We will also continue to offer our customer, and Secretary Duffy has alluded to that, a broad range of vehicles and drivetrain options, because we want our customers to choose which vehicle they want to drive. Gasoline-powered cars, hybrid vehicles, or electric vehicles. It shouldn't be somebody else to dictate that to the customer. And we will continue together with our partners a network of more than 600 BMW, Mini, Rolls-Royce, and BMW Motorrad dealers to invest and grow our business in the US. I would like to take the opportunity, wish all of you a great summer. And for me, one thing is for sure. If you want to make your great American road trip ultimate, take the ultimate driving machine. Thank you very much.
So one of my favorite things about the auto industry is the competition. So I want to introduce now a leader in cutting-edge automotive manufacturing, Stuart Counts, President and CEO, Kia Georgia.
Well, good afternoon, and glad to see everyone out here. Certainly, if you haven't had the opportunity to go and tour all the vehicles that are on display, I certainly would encourage you to see what the opportunities are and how that each one can match what you're expecting to do on your road trip. It is a distinct honor to share a few words on behalf of my facility, Kia Georgia, but also the larger Hyundai Motor Group, which is the third largest automotive group in the world. Hyundai Motor Group is responsible for production of 1.2 million vehicles in the states of Alabama and Georgia. We invite Secretary Duffy, on behalf of myself and the Kia North America CEO and President Sean Yoon, during your road trip to visit us in Southern California, and certainly the opportunity to visit our manufacturing plant in West Point, Georgia, and to see how we make a car. Based on commitment of President Trump to offer a wide range of affordable options to the automotive customer, we think you would be very interested to see how an operation has a flexible production system that allows you to manufacture the all-electric EV6 and EV9, along with the internal combustion engine products, in our particular case, the Sorento, the Sportage, and Telluride, all on a single-line concept. And just by the way, the Telluride being over here is only made in the United States. Speaking specifically of Kia Georgia, we began production in November of 2009, and we're well on our way to producing our 5 millionth vehicle in early 2026. The EV9 displayed and the Telluride displayed here today were assembled by more than 3,200 team members in the West Point facility. In addition, there are an additional 11,000 jobs created in the local area to support our overall operation. Our annual capacity sits at 350,000 vehicles per year. The people that are assembled here today and you have heard from are truly reimagining the way that we will move, work, and stay connected. We are delivering mobility solutions that will improve the lives of Americans while contributing to a cleaner and more efficient future for all of us. What makes Kia unique is our ability to respond quickly to the ever-evolving demand of the consumer. Our ability to be agile is a testament to the ingenuity of the American workforce and their commitment to delivering the very best vehicle, no matter the size, style, or the powertrain. We remain committed to investing in our people. In 2024, close to 50% of the vehicles sold in the U.S. were built by Kia and other international automakers. The strength of America's manufacturing workplace, especially the workforce of the auto industry, is one of the many reasons that we are successful, and we continue to look forward to developing a pipeline of skilled talent for the years to come. America's competitiveness on a global scale depends on this. So once again, as you get ready for your summer vacations and your summer road trip, Sean Yoon and the Kia employees across this beautiful country want to thank you and invite Secretary Duffy, or remind us to consider how we're going to move forward. We invite Secretary Duffy to come and see us, see how that we produce what we do. I would encourage everyone as you're going into these different areas to look on the site and see if that particular site that maybe you're near has an opportunity for you to visit and explore how a vehicle's made. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart. And now to close the formal part of the program, I want to introduce an effective and thoughtful industry leader, colleague, and friend, Jeff Freeman, President and CEO, U.S. Travel Association. As the rain comes down a little bit harder, I'll keep my comments short. I want to start by thanking Secretary Duffy, the Trump administration, for really leaning into the power of travel to strengthen the American economy. Travel drives nearly $3 trillion in economic activity in this country each and every year. 15 million jobs depending on this industry, 1 in 10 jobs across the country. This is the potential of the Great American Road Trip. Travel comes in many forms. We often talk about air, and the Department of Transportation has spent a lot of time this year talking about what's happening in air travel. It happens in rail. But the thing that moves travelers more and more every day is by road. It's these vehicles that make travel so possible. Of our $1.3 trillion in annual spending in the travel industry, it's what happens on America's roads that really strengthen and drive this industry. As we look ahead over the coming months and years, America's 250th birthday, the World Cup, the Olympics coming to Los Angeles, we have ample opportunities to take Americans and foreign visitors to every corner of this country. I want to thank the Trump administration for recognizing what travel uniquely can do, how it can drive economic activity in every corner of America. It's what makes this activity, this program, so important, and we're grateful for the leadership the administration is providing. Thank you.